This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So a lot of people buy real estate as investments. JJ, when you, like a lot of people are worried. Have you heard about this too, Matt, about people, like everybody that's buying houses are buying, like it's the investors that are buying them. It's Wall Street that's buying them. It's not your everyday, person that's going to live in the home and purchase them.
Is that the trend now?
That's what people are hearing. That's what they're saying.
Because you see that in a lot of the commercials. It seems like, I'm going to give you cash for your home. And it's usually some type of conglomerate business that's purchasing up all these homes. Is that true?
That's what people are worried about. But recently, a report came out that stated that in Q2 of this year, Q2 of 2024, the number of people who are investors that are purchasing homes is down to 17%, down from 20% at its peak, like during the COVID area. So that equates out to roughly 1 in 6 people that are buying a home or as an investor.
So it's gone down.
Yeah, so it's gone down. So there's not as many investors buying it. So if you're out there looking to buy a home, you're not competing with those investors.
Oh, that's good for those that are looking to buy a home. Maybe it's not a good ROI anymore. Is that true?
That might be the case on some of it. I don't know, but here's a story about this.
I think that's going to fluctuate. I think it changes. I bet you next year the numbers change.
So there's investors out there. There is at least 1 in 6 people buying a house, right, that are using it for investment purposes. And it's not necessarily Wall Street. These are like mom and pop people. Like they own 1 rental, maybe 3 rentals. And JJ, you've done real estate investing in the past. I've done a little bit of it. Like, is there a certain, like if you were to counsel somebody on, hey, here's a good deal, what would you describe a good deal as looking at in terms of like a single family home rental, like long-term rental strategy?
Anything, honestly. I mean,
Just buy the property.
Buying real estate is a good investment. I mean, obviously you want to look at the numbers and make sure that you're not, doing something it's a bad idea. You're not going to make any money off of in the future. But a lot of times when I buy investment, I'm not making money right away. I'm looking. Is
it a paper loss or is it like a real loss?
It could be both. I mean, when you buy a property, a lot of times, you're fixing it up and getting it, putting it to a point where you're going to be able to charge more for rents. Mm-hmm. But right away, it's definitely both. You're losing money from that renter. But then you go in there, you do the work that you need to do to it, and you can charge more for rent. But yeah, if you can just buy a home and ownership, your property values are going to go up, as they always have.
Yeah, long term.
So I think just being an ownership and then going with somebody like yourself that knows the numbers, that knows how you're going to find that good home.
Correct. Yep. And so here's an interesting story. Let's tell me if this is a good deal. This family bought this home for $4 million.
Big one.
Yeah, in Portland, Oregon. They spent another $20 million renovating the property. So similar to what you said, putting some work into it.
That's a lot of work.
It's a beautiful house. I'm looking at pictures online. It's on 3.3 acres, 25,000 square feet. So this thing's a monster. But anyways, they bought it for $4 million, put $20 million into it. How much do you think they are selling it for?
Well, it has to be at least $24 million because they put that much into it.
That's the goal.
I don't know. I would guess 30?
30 at least, right? Matt, you have any guesses?
For this home? Well, you already told me. Isn't it $25 million?
Hey, how'd you know?
Because you told me.
Yeah, that's true. I did tell you. But that
house looks beautiful.
It is stunning.
They did some good work on that home.
It's beautiful, but they're in it for 24 and they're selling it for 25.
Do you think it's worth more?
I don't know. We'll see what the market says. I don't know Portland.
How long did they live in it until they sold it?
You guys have great questions, and all I know is that they bought it in 2017.
There's got to be a reason.
I don't know how long they've been working on it, though. I don't know. It might say in the article, but
maybe they were. But maybe that's true. Maybe they put a lot of work into it. They were passionate. They had the money, and maybe it wasn't an investment property. Maybe it was something. This was their dream forever home, right? Mm-hmm, yeah. And because it looked beautiful, it looked like something that has a lot of personal, different designs to it. Not just a standard flip and make it look good. It looks like this was something that they really wanted. So maybe that was the forever home, and maybe something happened. Maybe one of the spouses died, or a child died, or maybe they have to move quickly. You never know.
You never know where life takes you.
But it looks like a beautiful home for sure. It looks like they really had a lot of passion in designing it and flipping it or whatever they were doing.
So they bought it in 2017. They were able to move in at 2020 when they were still doing some renovations. So that answers that question about how long they've lived in it, about 4 years. But but I don't see anything so far why they would sell it.
See, and also the fact that they were taking so long to renovate it.
Yeah.
They were putting years into it, especially during COVID, so it seems like this was a passion project. Something must have happened.
Something must have happened.
Well, and they were probably paying over for a lot of that stuff because back in COVID, lumber was so high, everything was so high, so they probably wouldn't have paid that much in today's prices.
Well, that's a good point. Probably their energy costs were just through the roof. That's probably why they canceled.
Like that.
They needed an energy efficient mortgage. That's what they needed.
What's that?
What's an energy? Yeah, JJ, what's an energy efficient mortgage?
Energy efficient mortgage is really becoming popular right now. If you don't know about it, you probably should. Because, I don't know, Johnny, what's your energy cost on a month-to-month basis in the summertime?
He has no idea.
I have no idea.
You don't know?
His wife pays the bills.
So I would probably guess $250, $300.
It's more than that.
It's definitely
more than that. He doesn't
It's
know.
more than that?
Yeah.
He's like, seriously, hold on. I'm going to make a call.
Your house is
Why
hot.
is it this much?
Yeah.
I get nasty. So we recently moved from Rockland to Roseville, but we used to get nasty letters from like what I call energy shaming, where PG&E would say, "Hey, you're using too much energy for the size of your house. You need to be more energy efficient." So that's all I know. But we keep the house.
I feel like everybody gets those. I've never met one person that says, "Oh yeah, you're doing really great."
That's a great point.
Energy is always through the roof.
That's exactly right. My dad lives in Kalinga. It's PG&E territory. He lives there maybe in that house maybe 1 week out of the month. Everything else is off, and he still gets the nasty letters.
Right?
He's like, "What are you talking about? I'm there. Nothing's even on." So you're probably right. But anyways,
But yeah, I mean, from your house, you're like a 1,500, 2,000 square foot house.
28.
2,800 square foot. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you just moved.
Yeah.
So that house, I would imagine you're probably paying at least $1,400 in the summertime.
Oh, really?
A month, yeah.
Even in Roseville.
Maybe $1,000. Roseville Electric, yeah, maybe $1,000.
Okay. Well,
But
there you go.
EEM, what that would do for you, it was allow you to go out and get any type of energy efficient type of thing. So new dual pane windows, new
Insulation.
HVAC unit, insulation.
Can you use solar?
Batteries. You could do anything that would improve your energy efficiency in your home.
What about like low flow toilets, things like that? Or is it just
I haven't seen that one, but potentially
okay?
you're helping energy efficiency.
Yeah.
You could probably make a case for that.
Okay. So
And-
is this a second, or is this when you're buying the home?
You're either buying or refinancing.
Okay.
And so if you're thinking of refinancing right now, or if you're thinking of buying right now, don't not look at this.
So let's say my energy costs are high. I bought this house. It was like a live and flip. The windows are shot. It has the old insulation. It gets really drafty. Wow. How would I reach out to you? Like, what would this process look like?
Yeah, I mean, you could go with any type of financing, so conventional, FHA, or VA. And if you're looking to get those improvements done, they can add them to the cost of your mortgage. So if you're buying I'm just going to use this for an example. I know there's no $100,000 houses out there. But if you bought a $100,000 house and you wanted to put in $25,000 worth of energy efficiency, you're going to buy the house for $100,000. You're going to put your 3.5% for FHA down, which is $3,500, and then you'll add in the $25,000 of energy efficient items. So your loan amount would be a little less than $125,000, $123 something.
So do you get the cash, or do you how does that $25,000 get dispersed? Like, do you have to have the improvements completed prior to close, or
not prior to close? It can be done after.
Okay.
But it's going to be, you're going to have the invoices. You're going to know exactly how much it's going to cost, and then you're going to take that, and the bank's going to pay out those
the
contractors.
vendors? So you're not getting the money. The vendors getting the money.
Correct.
Okay. And can you pick the contractors, or do you have to use their?
As long as they're licensed contractors and you want to use them.
Oh, so they have to be licensed contractors.
Correct.
Can't be someone off of Craigslist.
Can't be those guys out in front of Home Depot?
Probably not, unless
Okay.
they're licensed.
Unless they're licensed, okay.
But I mean, it's a huge.
Is there a max on what you can?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's a percentage of the home.
Got it.
But here's the thing: is like for one of our clients that just did this, they bought a $600,000 home. Initially, they got this is what made them purchase the house.
Okay.
They were so worried about the energy costs because the person that was there before had PG&E bills, and that was almost $2,000 a month. They're like, I can't afford this in the summertime. These energy efficient came in and allowed them to save. They're telling them that they're now going to cut their bill in half for PG&E because of the things that they did.
How much did they have to invest to cut it in half?
And they didn't even do solar. I think it was $40-something thousand. HVAC unit, insulation was a huge one, and then the dual pane windows.
Yeah, those newer HVAC units are super efficient. I forgot about those. Okay, cool. So to use your $100,000 example, the house is worth $100,000. You get $25,000 in energy efficient upgrades. So now your monthly payment is based off that $125,000.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But because you're cutting the cost on the energy, that $25,000 being dispersed over 30 years is practically nothing when you compare it to what you would have been paying for that $25,000 out of your pocket for those energy efficient things.
Absolutely. So for the $40,000 example, they're saving $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 in savings their first year. They're going to be money ahead after year 3.
More than likely, yeah. If not sooner.
If not sooner, you're right, because energy costs just increase.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. Well, that's Energy Efficient Upgrades 101 EEMs. If you want to reach out to JJ, just go to Made for More Living or just Google Made for More, and we will get you connected with him. He is our in-house lender.
So you'd like to sell your home. Maybe you want to move out of state, but you don't want to do all those costly needed home repairs. You don't want to do staging and open houses. There's an easy way to do it. Just reach out to our friend Johnny Jennings with the Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty. They'll get you at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. Don't believe us? They've got over 800 5-star Google reviews, #1 in Roseville for the past 3 years. So you expect more, get more with Johnny Jennings and Made for More Realty.